Saturday, our match is at 9 o'clock. Probably being called at 8:30 because the USCA reserves a right to call the matches 30 minutes earlier than scheduled, which is perfectly fine because, you know, everything's about a timetable, given how many courts you have and how many matches you need to put on. We went out last night.
Saturday, our third match of the day. Woke up feeling extremely sick, bloated, asthmatic, made really bad decisions in terms of alcohol and food the night before. Still don't regret it. But I woke up at 7:15, 7:30 in the morning with our match being at 9 o'clock and possibly 8:30 if we're called on early to one of literally the biggest high school 5 minutes away from the hotel. I was in trouble. Not to mention I did some scouting against the team we were facing that day, Michigan. And Michigan's number one singles player for their 4-5 team, I shit you not, is a current lineup player for a Big Ten school, Penn State. And his UTR is an 11.2. And if you're an 11.2 UTR, and this is according to the USTA, if you're a male rated 11 UTR, you would translate to a 5.5 NTRP. So I was pissed. A little bit excited for the challenge, but I was pissed. Because that should not be happening. Keep in mind, too, that in Indiana, at this time of the year, it is not only hot, it is absolutely brutally humid, and there's basically no wind. So, all in all, the conditions were completely against me. So, stepping outside of the car, but seeing this beautiful campus and beautiful tennis courts about 3 or 4 blocks away from the main high school building, there was no shade. There were no benches. It's just about 14 courts with no shade in the Midwestern heat and humidity. And then you got to face your opponent. So even warming up right before the match on that site, I thought I was going to puke. I was getting dizzy. And I was not the only one on my team getting dizzy given what stupid stuff we did the night before. But it was brutal.
Oh, is this where we were?
Yeah.
So in case you guys didn't know, that B-roll I just rolled earlier, that's where we were, at the Irish pub, the Brockway Public House. Pretty good time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to downtown Carmel, Indiana. Probably the nicest high school I've ever been to, private or public.
Luckily for me, or more importantly, more unluckily for my opponent, he had a back issue. So, however, I did comment several times after the match. When I was up 5-1, I'm like, I could take this guy. Or even in the first 3 games, I'm like, I could hang with this guy. I'm just going to junk ball him and not give him any pace and just give him some dirty old man tennis. to where he's going to make stupid unforced errors because he's not used to seeing that much slice or that much variety against his younger opponents that he's playing college tournaments at, or college matches, or maybe even some of his money tournaments that he does on the off season. And after he called a medical timeout, being down 1-5, he had to retire because of a back issue. So, I mean, technically, you could say I did beat a Big Ten lineup male tennis player coming from Penn State, which is I mean, it's no way to win it really, but I guess a win's a win. So, yeah, got the one single slot down due to a medical injury. And naturally, the doubles were very close as well. In doubles, we lost against Michigan with Andy and Jim playing one double 6-4, 6-4. Ira and Scott thankfully pulled it off at the two doubles position, 4-6, 6-1, 1-0. And then at the three doubles, we lost pretty handily with Kyle and Adam, 6-3, 6-1. So with Joey being our two single slot in this match, being the last one on court, again, we find ourselves being tied at 2-2. So he played a very good match. He played against, I believe he was Spanish because he was speaking Spanish. I believe that he did grow up in Spain as well. And he won, thankfully, in a very close two-setter, 6-3, 6-4 against what you would consider a traditional singles clay courter. Just nice, heavy, grindy shots in the outside summer heat and the humidity. Joey, you're starting to give me a heart attack, dude.
Yeah. Good job, man. That was clutch.
Nice job, nice job.
It was that training yesterday you had. Put you in a good mental.
All those carb things. It's carb loading.
It was that mustard last night.
Some more fish and chips.
He ate mustard last night. That's what the guy was like, you have to give him mustard. Oh, that's why we have the beer. Alright, Andy, speech? Speech? No. Sorry, I said. Sorry.
On three. Actually, ready to
Mark's in.
Speaking of
Alright,
that, I
we
used
got
to
5-0
have
Indiana.
last night. Quite comfortable.
These are actually really comfy shirts.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
she's wearing.
Oh, yours is different.
What color scheme?
I feel like they're going
It's comfy.
Did you get one for me? Or no?
Alright,
No, you already have one. Not that one.
Yeah, that's the thing that was like, you're the leader of it.
I'm the leader.
Alright, let's do it.
You're the leader of this.
Let's go to the bar. Let's get to the bar.
Right now?
Joe, you had that guy rethinking his life decisions. Good job, man. That was clutch.
Nice job, nice job.
It was that training yesterday you had. Put you in a good mental.
All those carb things. It's carb loading.
It was that mustard last night.
Some more fish and chips.
He ate mustard last night. That's what the guy was like, you have to give him mustard. Oh, that's why we have the beer. Alright, Andy, speech? Speech? No. Sorry, I said. Sorry.
On three. Actually, ready to
Mark's in.
Speaking of
Alright,
that, I
we
used to
got
have
5-0 Indiana.
last night. Quite comfortable.
These are actually really comfy shirts.
Yeah, that's what she's wearing.
Oh, yours is different.
What color scheme?
I feel like they're going
It's comfy.
Did you get one for me? Or no?
Alright,
No, you already have one. Not that one.
Yeah, that's the thing that was like, you're the leader of it.
I'm the leader.
Alright, let's do it.
You're the leader of this.
Let's go to the bar. Let's get to the bar.
Right now?
Joe, you had that guy rethinking his life decisions. Between points, he was.
Oh, man.
That's a good win.
Very good win. As I was telling Ian, like, it's just absolutely nerve-wracking just watching a match that, like, really, really matters. So I'm happy Joey pulled it out.
That brings me back to college, like directly back into that same space, you know.
So this really does remind you of college tennis.
100%.
Not even high school tennis, college tennis.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm sure you know it varies. For me, high school didn't have the same intensity.
Yeah.
It didn't have the same stakes, you know. It's like half the team is there to have fun, and whereas college, everybody's there to compete.
Yeah.
Also, the level's probably more similar to college too, right?
Good job, Ira. Get that shit. He's all back in everything. So.
Yeah. No.
Position. That's his trademark.
Yeah. This whole trip has just felt like a college trip for me, which is like some of my best memories of my life.
But less drugs.
Hard drugs, anyway.
Less drugs. Yeah, less hard drugs.
No, this is. I would agree with that 100%. We're all grown ass men.
Well, I'm not.
No, you're a grown ass man, but the emphasis on the ass.
Man of the hour, Scott Brody, championship returner.
That was good. That was
You
good.
returned well?
Oh man, he always returns well. I feel. Anybody have an extra charging cable?
That's for an iPhone.
That's right. You don't believe in iPhones.
Neither do I, because he's a man.
I mean, you just for now.
Yeah, just for like the next shower when I shower.
Yeah. I think I got it in my bag.
Truthfully, I just don't want to uninstall it.
Were you nervous watching that match?
Joey's?
The entire thing.
Oh. Yeah. Joey has a knack for pulling those out, though. So it's always like, you know, the Madison one with you, where it's like, you know, it's close, but it's like, nah, I just have this
Okay, fine.
feeling.
Well, being
or
off
if
a
it's
set.
me, I'm like, I can be up 5-2. I'm like, no, it's over.
I like that scheme better. It's a lot better.
Might have one left for you.
You have one?
Yeah, I'll see what size it is.
If you guys ever stop in Carmel, Indiana, check out Sun King. It's a distillery. They have a nice little bar over there. Plus, it's like a cafeteria where you order food from local shops almost. You just eat at the table with your friends while having a beer and a tequila. It's fantastic.
Always with the 2 plates, man. Yesterday at Buckley. That'd be a good slow motion action shot.
Oh, yeah.